years ago, Soviet forces conquered the German capital of Berlin. Now, with Hitler in exile, the Soviets' puppet regime rules from the Kralper. With the Soviet focus on the West, Japan has been free to continue their aggressive expansion, threatening our allies in the region. On the home front, men and women are working around the clock, producing guns, tanks, and supplies to aid the remaining free nations of Europe, while building our own forces to counter the ever-rising threat of war. Should the communists dominate Europe and Africa, and the Japanese in Asia and the Pacific, then the claws of tyranny will soon grasp for the light of American democracy. Our attempts to avoid war have proven futile. As the enemy continues to enslave the nations of the world, capturing more natural resources critical to the advancement of mankind, we must take action. The time for conflict is upon us. How long can the U.S. hope to avoid the cost of war on its shores?
Can we get some material on my mark?
Push it up north.
Heads up,
I'm working on building up like infrastructure further behind so we have fallback positions.
Lucas, I need protection from the infantry. There's flanking us from behind.
Shoot them down.
Tracing run and bombing run are both
this war to our shores!
People gotta know they don't have to take this shit no more.
My brothers and sisters of the United States of America, tonight, we the free people of the resistance ask you to become one of us.
I fight this war. I command these men.
my soldiers will die.
To defend.
To conquer.
Reload! Attacking! Destroy it! Recon patrol moving out. We have the target! Charge! Take out that armor! We have infantry in our sights. Heavy Panzer confirms orders. Take out that tank! Yes, sir. Incoming artillery! Burn them out! Take cover! Kill the gunner!
Panzer Corps II is the sequel to the acclaimed war game set in World War II, Panzer Corps. Easy to play and at the same time extremely deep, its classic turn-based gameplay style revolves around strategic decisions. In-depth gameplay mechanics model unit movement, combat spotting, encirclements, weather, capturing enemy equipment, and much more. Take command of the Wehrmacht in the branching single-player campaign, covering the entirety of World War II from the German perspective and lasting over 60 scenarios. Recruit any unit type you want and develop your army over time by carrying over your units battle after battle. Choose which scenarios you would like to fight on, and if you play your cards right, you might change history. You can also play on several pre-made scenarios or lead any faction in randomized scenarios, and tweak all your settings to your liking, randomizing your map through the new random map generator. Every major power from the European theater of the Second World War is thoroughly represented, and has a huge unit roster. The total number of unique units in the game is a staggering 1,000. No other strategy game covers as many authentic World War II vehicles as Panzer Corps II. Panzer Corps II offers an enhanced multiplayer experience. It supports up to 8 players at the same time. The goal of Panzer Corps II is to be the ultimate Second World War strategy game. Enjoy the time-proven gameplay formula which has been appreciated by millions of players over the years, brought to a whole new level of refinement, up to the latest technical standards. The king of war games.
In 2013, a cult PC shooter became an overnight sensation and spawned a terrifying new franchise. Experience the gut-wrenching, intense fear that drove the series to cult triumph. Zombie Army Trilogy. Remastered, recut, and unleashed on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Partisans 1941 is a real-time tactics game set on the Eastern Front of World War II. It features tactical squad combat, stealth elements, character progression, and resource management. Take control of Partisans, a brave group of resistance fighters opposing the Nazi occupation behind enemy lines. Use sabotage, ambushes, and traps to slow the advance of the Nazi regime, all while making sure your partisans are trained and equipped for the challenge. Tactical combat is at the heart of Partisans 1941. Use tactical mode to plan your approach and avoid the enemy's view. Pay extra attention to dangers like searchlights or guard dogs. Weigh the risks and strike fiercely once you have positioned your troops, or utilize stealth to thin the enemy ranks. All missions allow different approaches. As commander, it is your choice to make. As your resistance group grows, you will enlist distinct partisans, each with a different set of skills. Some may favor being in the thick of battle with automatic weapons, while others have a talent for sniping, first aid, or distraction. They gain experience by partaking in missions, which is used to develop their abilities. Capture or craft the right equipment to outfit your partisans. It is up to you to assemble the proper squad and equipment to tackle each mission, no matter what challenge lies ahead. Welcome to the Partisan Camp. This is your secret hub, your base of operations that your partisans return to between missions. It's important to spend some time here to recuperate, plan, and prepare for the next mission. Improve and develop your camp using building materials found during missions or gathered in the surrounding area. Treat your wounded partisans and craft equipment while sending the rest on side missions to gather food or help the local populace. You must ensure that your group members are not only well fed, but also that the troops' morale stays high. The fascists might have superior numbers, but if well equipped and motivated under your steadfast command, the partisans will keep fighting, no matter the cost.
That's all. Let's begin.